Hello, my name is Josiah, and I am going to be telling you about a project, or we are going to be telling you about projects throughout this year. And right now we're working on pop-ups. And this is
Kamala,
Liana, Lily,
Maya.
and we'll start.
Hello, my name is Kamala, and I'm going to be telling you about the project outline. So, the first thing we have to make in our pop-up book is the introduction. So, in the introduction, we have to talk about our animal, the Hawaiian name, the scientific name, why we chose our animal. It's optional, how it got to Hawaii, and we have to tell the cultural significance. And then next we have to tell about the habitat, and we have to tell if it's native or introduced. And then we have to tell a little bit about adaptations, life cycle, food webs, food chains, anatomy references, and about the author.
My name is Liana again, and I will be telling you about the stages of an informational pop-up. The stages of an informational pop-up book are: number 1, you need to learn how to make a pop-up. Number 2, you need to choose your animal. Number 3, you do research on your animal. Number 4, you find a book and paper you like for the cover and pages. Number 5, you choose a name for your cover. Number 6, you transfer research onto a book. Number 7, you transfer pop-ups to the book.
Hello, my name is Lily, and I'm here to tell you about pop-ups.
Hello, my name is Maya, and I'm going to be telling you about pop-ups too. There are right angles,
There are acute angles,
there are parallel lines.
and there are obtuse angles.
Here are some examples.
All of these angles are the types of pop-ups we are going to put inside of our books. And we first went and searched up on YouTube how to make pop-ups, and we learned how to make pop-ups step by step from there. We learned how to make all of these types of pop-ups, and from there we got better and better and better, and now we're starting to transfer them into our big books for our real pop.
And thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Hi, my name is Dash, and we're in the group Hufflepuff. So, we're going to tell you about English language arts. So, Ryan is going to talk about mind maps and how it helps you get ideas. Zeta is talking about the National Geographic books we are reading. So, for example, she will tell you the 4 different zones in the ocean animal book that the class is reading. Arthur is going to tell you about writing rubrics, and for example, he would read a sentence and grade it, and the order is going to be Ryan, and then Arthur, and then Zed is last. Okay, so
Hi, my name is Ryan. I'm going to be telling you about what Mind Map does and what it is. So Mind Map is a way to help organize your research. So what you do is you write your topic. So if I was doing fish, I would write fish. I'll put a circle around it. Then if I was talking about the fish's insides, I would put a line, and I would write insides, and then I would talk about many different things about the fish's insides, and I could just do the heart, for example. In one box, and then I could talk about physical adaptations and whatever I wanted.
and it can keep your research organized. Since if you just write like pages and you write, yeah, so it can keep your research organized.
Helps a lot. Hi, I'm Arthur, and I'm going to tell you about this writing rubric. So, the writing rubric makes sure that you wrote like a third grader. For example, one question will be, I wrote at the beginning in which I got readers ready to learn a lot of information about the subject. And if you didn't do that, you would write it in the not yet slot. And if it was starting to, then you would put it in the starting to. If it was yes, then you would put a check in the yes box. And they also have like parts of leading, transitions, ending, organizations, and yes, that's it.
Now I'm going to be telling you about the National Geographic books that we've been reading. There's 4 of them, and so there is the desert, the forest animals, rainforest animals, and ocean animals. So I'm going to be talking about ocean animals, and in here there are 4 zones in the ocean, and it's the sunlit zone, the twilight zone, midnight zone, and trench zone. The trench zone is the deepest zone, and if you look in the rainforest and the forest books, you'll find the levels of the forest, and the levels of the forest. And so that is where we would find our animals. And so those are 4 books that we read, and we all got graded on them.
Bye. Thanks for watching. Hi, my name is Kai, and this is our group Slytherin. This is Micah, this is Elise, and this is Nellie. And I'm going to be talking about the ruler. So, right here is an eighth. And then there is 8 eighths in an inch. Then right here is a fourth. And there's 4 fourths in an inch. So every last number in a fraction would be the whole. So, for example, like there's 8 eighths. I think I said that, but there's 8 eighths in an inch. So how you use it is you line up this first line right there, and you put it right here, and then you measure to the first line, or the line that is closest to. So this one would be right here, this line. So that's 10 inches and 3 fourths. So I could write like a line, I could put a line, and then right next to it, I could put 10 and 3 fourths. So, yeah.
Hi, my name is Micah, and I'm going to be telling you about the game Beat the Calculator. So, to play the game, if you're the person who has your fact triangles, and the other person that has the calculator, the person that has the fact triangles has to be really quick to know, or the person that has the fact triangles is saying the facts, like for example 9 times 8 or something. And then the person without anything has to know that fact. And the person with the calculator has to type 9 times 8 equals, and then it'll give them the answer. So they have to be, the person without the calculator has to be really quick to know their facts before, and they have to find the answer they have to find the answer before the person on the calculator finds the answer. Yeah, so I'll give the, am I talking to Elise or now?
So me and Nawe are going to be talking about multiplication strategies. So I have a few, and my favorite are distributive property, add a group, doubling, skip count, and equal groups. And then Nawe has a few. Mine are array, subtract a group, near squares, use a multiplication table, which is right there, and know your fact and repeat addition. And we just learned what the distributive property of multiplication is, and it is when you decompose a number and multiply it by the other factor. And we decided that the best strategy is to know your fact. Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Hi, so this is Gryffindor. So next to me is Devin, and then it's Luke, and then farthest away is Emery. And we're going to be talking about 2 women scientists and Black History Month.
So me and Luke are doing Black History Month, and it began in 1915, and we celebrate this because we want to remember the people that have done a lot that have been forgotten. So yeah, Luke will tell you a little about what we did on the blog too.
Yeah, so what we did is we got assigned on Black people who invented stuff. And like how long they lived and when they died, and some still can be alive. And yeah.
So I am doing Jane Goodall. So she's right behind this, with her little chimpanzee. And so Jane Goodall changed the world by choosing to study chimpanzees, which she dreamed to do. And I think it's good because she followed her dreams. This was a brave choice too, and she studied chimpanzees in Africa, and she changed the way most people thought about chimpanzees, because she discovered that some chimpanzees, like David Greybeard, were starting to eat meat, and that they communicate in a different way than we do. They communicate in their own unique way. She also noticed that the chimpanzees are a lot like us. In fact, she found out that chimpanzees can make their own things. Most people thought that only we humans could make our own things, but she proved that that is wrong. She taught us to take better care of our environment and ecosystem and our creatures, because if we don't take better care of them soon, they could all be gone. And I think it was unfair for Jane Goodall because most scientists didn't believe her, because all the scientists back then were men. So, bye.
I'm going to be telling you about Barbara McClintock. So Barbara McClintock was born in Hartford in 1902. When she was a little, she liked to do her things her own way, and she loved playing sports like baseball.
And yeah, so she loved to play baseball with the boys around in her neighborhood, and she was the only girl in the boys' team. And even though she knew that the boys didn't want to play with her, she didn't care about what they thought. And Barbara's parents always supported her with any decision she made. And Barbara also did tremendously in school. Barbara wanted to go to college, and her father also agreed. So Barbara quickly enrolled to College of Agriculture in Cornell University. After a while, she decided to become a genetist. A genetist is a person who studies how traits are passed on from one generation to the next. She studied the traits of corn. After a couple years, she discovered that genes could cross over or move from one chromosome to another. However, the other science didn't take her seriously because she was a woman. And yeah, that's all.
Bye.